All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Finish the Story, the best storytelling podcast in Marietta, Georgia. I am your host, Keegan Ray. Here I am joined with my producer, my co-host, Trent Ludzak.
Hello.
On the ones and twos.
Yep.
He doesn't like that. He thinks that was too much to say.
It's just
It's hilarious to say because we're the only storyteller
Yeah,
podcast in Marietta.
it's just such a technicality. It feels like cheating.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
like when you see those schools that are like, our football team's undefeated. We don't
Yeah.
have one.
Or
It's
like I like sometimes you watch sports statistics. Like you'll be watching a game and somebody throws a touchdown pass, and they'll just be like, "That was the first touchdown pass that guy's caught since fighting a bear 6 months," or like just stats that don't make sense
Right.
at all. You're like,
They
why?
have too much time to fill.
Why are we
man.
tracking this at all?
Yeah, they have too much time to fill, especially in baseball is the worst because that was the original podcast. Just two dudes sitting and watching a long ass fucking game of baseball. That's boring as shit.
Baseball is a great bar sport.
Well, and there's 160 fucking games a
Yeah.
season. Like that's so
Yeah.
many to announce.
That's because it's a bar sport.
Yeah.
Because you watch it at the bar, which means you don't watch it at all, and you talk to your friends, and it's on TV.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, at the end, it gets very important, intense for like 20 minutes, and everybody pays attention, and maybe something cool happens, and maybe something doesn't. But
Right.
that's what baseball is, basically.
Dude.
It's something to
And
have
you
on
run
TV.
You run the risk too when you go to the Braves game of getting too drunk at the game because it's boring. You run that risk. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because you're there for too long. You know, like
You could do Molly. That might help.
I like edibles. I like to eat
Edibles?
edibles. Edibles are fun. Maybe a little cap or stem. I like that too. That's
Ooh.
always interesting.
That feels risky.
Yeah, you just got to be moving. You got to be moving around and do not sit in the foul ball area. That's dangerous.
Yeah.
One time when I was a kid, we went to a game, and I went with my dad, and we had these seats, and they were right on the first base line. He got them from a friend. And so when he takes us, I remember he's giving us this whole speech. He's like, hey, y'all aren't paying attention. Like, you got to pay attention at the game. We're in the foul ball zone. And we were just like laughing at him. We're like,
Nice.
whatever. Dude, you can't even make this shit up. 2 pitches later, the dude rips a foul ball that goes right over us. We look over. This lady's walking down with drinks in her hand. Hits her in the chest. Bounces off. Dude, she just collapses. Her kids are like, oh my God, Mom. They fucking pick her up. She's like a rag doll, white as a sheet. They carry her out. Like they carried her out like medical. And my dad's looking at us and we're like, oh my God. Dude, the rest of the game, I couldn't even relax.
At
The
least
rest
it
of the
didn't-
game, every crack of the bat, I was
Yeah,
fuck.
At least it didn't dome her.
No, but I think
Yeah.
it hit her in the chest so hard, I think it
Yeah.
fucked her up. I mean, she
Yeah.
immediately dropped, dude.
What if it was like that football player who got hit right at the right time
Right?
in the
That's
heartbeat?
what I was thinking. Yeah.
Just down.
Dude, insanity. And you know, you think about it. We went to a hockey game one time and we were smoking, and we smoked so much before the game. We get in, we're high as fuck, and they start announcing the rows that are in like the prime area for the puck.
Yeah.
Prime puck time. And dude, we're like reading it, and I'm like, that's our section.
Actually, why is ours in red and none of the other letters
I was
are?
like, dude, that's terrifying. Because
Yeah.
I am so high and like 3-4 BLs, a couple Bud Lights in, I
Yeah.
am not getting out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm taking one to the teeth.
Yeah, and you know what? You're gonna look a lot more like a hockey player for it.
That would hurt so bad.
That would hurt so
If you've
bad.
ever picked up a hockey puck, they are fucking heavy. It would be
just
awful.
it's just a hunk of rubber.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's
it
just
would
a
hurt.
heavy piece of rubber.
So what's been going on, man? Your hair looks great, by the way. Holy
yeah,
shit.
man. I got it did.
Yeah.
I got my hairs did.
Looks good, bro.
Yeah.
So what was the process? What'd they do to it?
It was a whole thing. It's actually a bit for my podcast. So it's weird because all weekend my people were like, "Oh, your hair looks so pretty," and I'm like, "It's for a joke anyway." So
Nice.
it's-
Hey, that's that's a win-win. It's like
But-
for a joke for your podcast. Your hair looks great. I just thought I'd comment on it.
Yeah.
It looks good, man.
No, it's called a keratin treatment,
Okay.
which my
Okay.
understanding is they wash your hair a whole bunch and get everything out of it, and then they just load it with fucking proteins.
Nice. So they're giving you like an
Yeah.
IV drip for your hair.
Yeah, but they just load it in a bunch,
Yeah.
and then they let it sit, and they put a straightener through it.
Nice.
And then Yeah, but it takes like 3 hours.
They're like
dude.
they murder a baby, adrenochrome.
No, they do that in the back room, fortunately. No. The lady, she actually, so there was a point in the process where she had washed my hair and she's like, okay, I'm going to go get the mixture ready. And I was like, got it. You're going to go kill that baby.
Yeah, right?
But, I don't ask questions. I
No,
just,
not at all.
I just got on my phone a little bit.
No, yeah.
She came back with an odd substance and slathered it thoroughly through my hair. And then I sat with that unknown substance in my hair for about 30 minutes while I read a book.
Nice. I just picture in one of those seats with the dome thing like at the beauty shop.
No, I didn't. They didn't let me use that.
Oh, that'd be
They didn't
awesome.
let
That
me
would have
use
been a
the-
great. That would be the picture we use for promos
The
for the
space
live
helmet.
show. Yeah. With like tinfoil in it, whatever that does. The tinfoil in your
I
head.
think that
For dyeing.
that's
I think.
for coloring.
Yeah. My mom, when we grew up, my mom was a hairdresser. So like when we were kids, we always had fucking ridiculous haircuts. Like she would just try stuff out on us. We had frosted tips when I was a kid.
You?
Yeah, my mom frosted our tips because she wanted to practice on somebody. So I'm walking around with fucking looking like an Abercrombie and Fitch.
That's, but with a shirt on.
Yeah, cargo shorts.
Just But like Abercrombie and Fitch, but like you couldn't afford to.
It was
shop
terrible
there?
too. They like pull your hair through a cap when they dye it. Like it's awful.
What?
Like, when they
Oh.
do the tips, they take this
It like
hook.
hurts.
Yeah, and they go through and they yank it out, and then
Wow.
they do the first one. You're like, no way. And they do your whole head. You're like
I
that.
gotta
hurts."
do a lot
My
of
mom
those?
was like, quit fucking squirming. You're like, this hurts.
Wow.
Like shit. Traumatic. Yeah.
I
so
mean,
fuck dyeing your hair.
Also, you know, when you're a kid, everything's so dramatic.
Yeah.
Like at this point, hair pulling my hair getting pulled hardly bothers me
Right.
because I do it all the time. Every time I brush it, it's just I'm just pulling my hair a lot every
Yeah.
time I do that.
My hair hurts when I comb my beard. It hurts like shit.
Yeah,
Hurts like shit.
you gotta kind of with that. I kind of feel like I go careful with it
Right.
because that's like a different kind of hurt.
It sucks. All in your face. It's so
Yeah,
sensitive. It sucks
really
so bad.
is.
So yeah, man. What have I been doing? Oh, recently I went to go see Les Claypool.
Yes.
Yeah, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, I wanted
He
to
played
go.
with. I know. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was cool. I missed. So I've seen Claypool play with like every band that he's played with because he always tours with a different band.
Yeah.
But I missed him with the Lennon Delirium, and then he came with Sean Lennon. So it was cool to see that band. The dude from Cake, the drummer from Cake, played. He was the shit.
Fuck! I love Cake.
Yeah, he was the shit.
God
He was
damn,
awesome
dude.
on drums.
That makes me sad.
It was dope. Ate a mushroom. So I ate some weed tincture.
A
and got-
mushroom.
Yeah, went to a
Yeah.
deep place. You
Yeah.
know, Les Claypool put on the pig mask. He does
Yeah.
all that creepy shit.
Well, and the tincture is pretty aggressive. You said you did two. How much?
Just droppers full, and it was
Wait.
intense.
2 droppers full. Okay, that's probably
Just
a lot.
yeah. When I
'Cause,
was at
like,
the show,
just-
when I walked in, so I walked in and I had my phone and I was trying to show the lady my tickets, and she's like, "No,
Bro.
babe, you gotta have the app. You gotta have the app." So I can't figure it out, and then I'm like looking at her, and she looked at me and she goes, "Oh," and just took my phone and she downloaded the app, and we got in. And I was like, "Well, that was very nice of her." And then I walked into the bathroom and I saw my eyes; they were so fucking red. I was like, "Oh, that lady saw that I was a victim." I was a victim to these edibles.
Victim to your own hubris.
Yes, I was flying too close to the sun, bro.
Because, like, I don't know. Like, do you know the dosage on your tincture?
Oh, absolutely not. It was a friend. We went over to a friend's house and he just put it in a seltzer. Gave it to me
If it's decent,
2 times.
yeah. If it's decent, then, I mean, you were in the thousands range for sure.
Oh, it was wild.
Like
and with the little,
thousands.
yeah, he
of
hooked it up. He
milligrams.
gave me
Yeah.
a little mushroom too. It was nice. It was a great high. With the pen.
Yeah, and then
And they did Pink Floyd's Animals. So they did Pigs on
which
the
is-
Wings. They did some animals. It was really cool.
at least Pigs on the Wings is not the scary part of the album.
Right. They
At
didn't
least,
go
yeah.
too dark. And they played some really old Claypool stuff. But I was thinking about it. I've seen Claypool so many times. Sorry, I'm putting it in a
Yeah.
Zyn pouch. Everybody sponsor us.
Don't say the name.
I know. That's what I was like,
I'm
we're
playing with
we're
one
gonna-
in
yeah.
front of me.
We're going to bleep it out, but sponsor us. So I saw Claypool at Bonnaroo one year, right? It's on
Yeah.
this main stage. It's like during the afternoon. Hot as fuck. He comes out. It was of Whales of Woe. So he had like behind him, he had this like pirate ship, right? The whole background.
Hell yeah.
So he had a really cool band. He had a cello player. So he starts playing this song called David Michael Astor. And it's like dun, ba-bur, 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 ba-bur. It's like a march, and it's super fucking creepy. But he had this Pinocchio mask on, so it's hot. There's smoke, and so I'm like sitting there, and I got my buddy with me, and I turned to him to like get his attention and be like, "Yo, how you feeling on these mushrooms?" So I touch his arm, and he's just cold and clammy, and it's hot as fuck outside.
He's just locked in.
And I like looked at him, and I said, "Dude, why are you so clammy? Are you okay?" And he looks at me, and he goes, "No." And he looks terrible. Like he looked like shit. I'm like, oh no. And he's a big guy. And I'm looking around like, we're not going to be able to get him out of this crowd because he's going down. He's like dehydrated.
Oh, damn.
Going down. Like literally legs locking up. And I'm like, oh fuck, he's too big. So I like got his arm and I'm trying to get him out of the crowd. I'm like, move, we got to get this dude out. So people are moving. And the whole time as I'm trying to get him out of this crowd, and I'm like dragging him, there's just this and it's like he's in this Pinocchio mask on. So I'm like, I'm descending into hell. My friend is dying. So I'm trying to get him over to this wall, like to the side, like out of the crowd to the wall. So as I'm trying to lay him against the wall, he's going, no. And I thought like, no, I'm having a heart attack. He's like, not on the piss wall, dude. People pee here. I'm like, well, that's you made the decision to die of dehydration. Yeah. You might have to lay in some pee.
That's going to happen to you.
And the whole time I'm trying to lay him down, like get him down. Our friend Corey is over there. And he's
going, like using his last strength to fight being laid down.
Yes, to fight being laid down in the pee. And so our friend Corey's just sitting there, and as I'm trying to like get, I'm trying to get like a diagnostic, like, how are you all right? Like, what's going on? And my buddy Corey's just like right down his face going, you look like shit. You look like shit, dude. You look like, and I'm like, Corey,
just not being
get the
helpful.
fuck away from us.
Has there ever been a helpful Corey?
Not once.
In all of time.
Sorry, Corey.
I don't think so.
So I'm
no,
going,
don't be sorry for them. They're not helpful. Fuck them.
So we're getting him
Fuck
water.
You, Corey.
Corey's poured water on his head. That was literally his solution, was to pour water on him. Hydration by osmosis.
Here, I got a bottle of water. Let's pour it on him, man.
Literally. So I'm getting him up, right? We're getting him water. He's feeling better. So as I'm standing him up, as I'm picking him up, I'm like, what am I grabbing onto? A Camelback. The dude has a fucking Camelback on, and he almost died of dehydration with a gallon of water on his back like a camel. He totally forgot that he was fucking wearing it. And meanwhile, fucking Les Claypool's up there just playing with a Pinocchio mask, arguably the creepiest song he has.
So did he play that this time?
Yes. And that was immediately,
and
that's why I thought about that
really
story.
Freaked you out.
And I was laughing about it. And then we get back to the campsite and we're talking about it. And he's like, dude, I was going down. Like I was so fucked up from the dehydration. He's like, I couldn't even talk. And he was like, I was scared I wasn't going to be able to get out of the show. And I'm like, Corey, you were no fucking help. And he goes, let me tell you. He goes, I was tripping so hard. I wanted to say, dude, we need to get him water, man. There's an IV. We could get him an IV at the medical tent. We should send him down. He goes, but all I kept hearing myself say was, you look like shit.
You got stuck in a loop.
He couldn't. I was like, that's hilarious, dude. He's like, I wanted to help. He was a wild one too. That trip that we went to Bonnaroo, that night we get there on a Thursday, and I make this mistake every fucking trip. You go in and you're like, we're not gonna get wild tonight. It's the first night. We got a whole weekend. Well, I mean, I'll eat a couple of mushrooms. The next thing you know, we lose Corey, right? First night, we cannot find him. So we're at the Lotus show. We meet up with some people. We're having a great time. Lotus blew it was one of the first times they had music on a Thursday. And they were like the headlining band, and they just really tore it up because there was thousands of people in this tent. They really rode the wave.
Oh, and it's a tent.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the worst place to do an outdoor show because everybody's still like throwing up everywhere like it's an outdoor show.
It's the first day, and the tent is awesome because the energy I feel like stays in there, and everybody does laser pointers all over the ceiling.
Okay, so
it's really cool.
It was early enough.
Yeah, it's first night.
It wasn't a problem yet.
So we're walking back, and we're like after the show, we're like, damn, we have no way to call him because you can't really get cell phone service. When I first went out to Bonnaroo, it was hard because everybody was on the thing. So we're like walking, and I literally fall over something. I like trip over something like Joe Biden. I go down, bro, and I turn around, and it's Corey. And he's like, oh, what the fuck? And I'm like, dude, where have
He's
you
on the
been?
ground.
Completely just gave up. He said he was trying to find us, and he was just content with laying down in Centerville because the place they have the concerts is 24 hours. So he's like, I figured I'd just find y'all in the daylight. Well, this is day one, bro. This is like we haven't even been here 5 hours, and he's already giving up the search for the
I
RV.
figured I would find you in the daylight.
Well, because when you walk in the RV, your RV or your campsite, we always took an RV or something like a camper, but it can be like a mile from the stage. So you have these big balloons that like hang in the air, and you have to navigate from them and to get to your campsite.
Oh, wow.
Well, you pull in, you get so excited. There's 90,000 people. You're like, this is one giant tailgate. You start smoking, drinking. You're like, let's go see a concert.
You're not paying attention to the balloons.
Nope. And guess what? You rent an RV, they all look the fucking same. You're like, ours was that short one with the campfire on the back. Fuck.
Every one of them has that.
So we have to, we always made a totem. One year we took a piñata and put it on a stick and flew it like a flag so you can see it.
Oh, there you go.
Dude, one year the first year I went in high school with my buddy's dad. That was like a deadhead, like an old deadhead. And he took us, this was 06. So we go. And like one night we go and I'd never really partied with anybody's parents. I got a concert. It was so cool that his parents were like the old Deadhead, you know, like went to Grateful Dead shows. It was fun.
Yeah.
So one night we're all go to shows. We get back to the RV. We're like sitting there. I'm like, man, we're about to go to bed. I'm like, where's your dad? He's like, I don't know, man. He's probably seeing music. He's a grown man. 4 o'clock in the morning, everybody's dead asleep. He just busts into the fucking RV, like kicks the door open. He goes, oh no, don't fucking worry about me. He's like, I've just been wandering around looking for this goddamn RV.
Just totally lost.
He left the show. We left at like 10 o'clock at night. And just like, he's like, nobody had their phones on. He was just wandering through the darkness. He's like, I opened up 2 RVs that were not ours. Just people screaming. Just come busting in. It was so funny.
Tripping balls too, probably.
Oh, man. Who knows what he was on? He left with us from the night show. We figured he went to some night concert. No, he just couldn't.
He just branched off.
Hilarious. It was everybody took different times that weekend getting lost as shit. Like it was.
Oh, that's fun.
I mean, it's just part of the experience.
Just being lost for a while.
Well, now they have taxis. They do like these golf cart taxis.
Wait, really?
Dope. Yeah. You just pay them like $5 or whatever, and they'll take you.
Whoa.
Yeah. And they're fucked up as you are, you know.
Of course, yeah.
You're like,
how much do you think they pay to drive those things?
I have no idea.
I bet that would be fun.
It'd be awesome. I bet you would meet the craziest people.
Just dodging hippies.
Or not.
I mean, you pick one up. And they pay you, and then you got to dodge the rest of the hippies.
Just out there like Caitlyn Jenner, just
taking them out, driving like a Kennedy.
Yeah, we got to get to Balloon 10. We got to get out of here. Yeah, but I went to that Les Claypool show. It was dope. I was walking out of the concert though, and I saw my ex-girlfriend's sister, right? And it was like literally, I'm just walking out of the show, look up, she's right there in front of me, and I'm like, oh. Yeah. And we're cool, but I was just like, just came out of the show, so my ears are ringing. I'm realizing how hard I'm tripping and how strong the tincture is now that I don't have an immediate thing in front of me distracting me. Yeah. So I'm like, look up, and she's right there, and I'm just like, hey. She like introduces herself to my friend that was with me. And, dude, I had no small talk to give. I was like melting like a candle. I was just staring at her, and she's like, I saw you put up a video. Like, that's awesome. And I was just like, yeah, okay. Just fucking walked away. Literally just said, I'm over this.
You were just incapable of small talk.
Yeah, couldn't do it.
That's fun.
I totally bailed. Totally failed.
That's a good place to be.
And it was like the way that I had to walk, like they saw me walk away. Like like I got to like go around the corner.
Wait, did you say this is an ex-girlfriend?
It's an ex-girlfriend's little sister that we hung out with all the time.
Okay, so it's fine. That's not going to get back to anybody you're currently
hanging
with.
But I sent her a message on Instagram. I was like, oh, my bad. You know, I was so awkward. It was good to see you. I was on mushrooms. She goes, me too. She's like, I had no idea how to fucking. And so we're both just staring at each other. And inside our heads, we're both like, you're fucking this up. Like fucking fail. But I was thinking about like one time I was like, oh, that's funny, man. She was always funny. She's a really cool person. But I was thinking about one time. So I went on a cruise with my ex-girlfriend, her sister, her boyfriend, and like her whole family. So her mom,
Whoa.
yeah, her mom passed away. And when her mom passed away before
On
she
the
passed
cruise?
away, no, before. So she wanted the family to spread her ashes on the cruise. So we all got this cruise together.
In the pool on the cruise.
Yeah, in the hot tub. So we went on this cruise together, dude. It was the most fun. Like going with like
Yeah.
a group like that was the most fun. But and we won't name any names, and they'll probably figure it out. I don't know if they'll love me telling this
It's
story,
fine.
but allegedly.
No, it'll
So
be
we
okay.
walk. All right, so we get off the boat, and it's like the excursion is in Cozumel. So we're gonna go snorkeling. First off, I did not want to go snorkeling because I don't even like boats. I don't
Yeah.
really like that shit.
No,
I don't
I'm
like the
with ya.
ocean. They all fucking fibbed. They lied to my face and told me that shit was right off the coast. No, Keegan, we'll be right off the coast. So we get off the boat. We go into Mexico, right? We're like looking around. We're like, oh shit. We don't even need to go into Mexico. Like our shit's right there. We didn't have to go across this border. So we go to walk back through. These dudes with guns are like, what are you doing? Like absolutely fucking not, bro. You got to go back through customs. So we got to go back through customs, right? So as we're walking through customs, we're all going through. And then the one dude is just hanging back. And we're like, yo, P, what are you doing, man? And he's like, has this bottle. And we're like, it's the mushroom tea. He had like made like mushroom Kool-Aid to look like Listerine. He's like,
and he
they
brought
won't let me through. We could have just had it if we hadn't gone into the country. Like we could have just
So
got it.
you guys had to drink it?
Had to drink it right there. Dude, this stuff was like a one and done sip situation, and we're chugging it. And the Mexican customs agents are looking at us like we're chugging a bottle of Listerine. So they're like, what the fuck is happening? So the four of us are chugging this bottle, dude, that is far too strong for a one-time sitting consumption. So by the time we get on the boat, dude,
How many
it's
people?
4 of us.
4 people.
It's go time. We get on this boat, dude, and we are silly willy. Like we can't even hardly stand up, dude. We're like, we're sitting on this boat, and it's like, chill, dude, chill. There's fucking families on here, dude, chill. And so the guy like gets up and he's doing his speech. It's a catamaran. You know what a catamaran is? Where it's a boat that has water in the middle. So it's like
yeah.
So it's a trippy boat. So we're on this
Yeah,
boat.
and
we
you're
start,
just you're just getting lost in the
dude,
portal.
I'm looking around. There's families and shit. I'm like, oh, this is not good. This is a boat. Like, we're gonna get arrested in Mexico, dude. That's what I kept thinking. So we're going out, right? So as the guy's giving his speech, he's like, all right, welcome to so-and-so excursion. You know, if you've never been snorkeling before, please raise your hand. So the girl's sister just immediately interrupts him and goes, hey, yeah, all that. Cool, we've been. Is the roof open on the boat? Can we go up on the roof? And he's like, yeah, like when I get done with my presentation, you'll be allowed to go up on the roof. So she just jumps up and runs up there, and we all just like get up and go up on the roof. And he's like,
Yeah.
whatever, I don't care. Y'all go up there. It's like he's
Yeah.
thinking it'll be better.
These people have been being real squirrely right now.
Right. He's like, y'all just go. So we're sitting up on this roof of a boat. Now, this was the cool part. We're really starting to come up on these mushrooms, and we're sitting on the roof of this boat going down the coast of Cozumel. Sun's coming up. It's like really a
Yeah.
gorgeous scene. But I start panicking because I'm like, wait a minute. We're going way out here. Like, we're not. This is nowhere by the coast.
We're like a ways
Yeah,
out
I start
now.
looking over at these people like these are fucking liars. These are fibbers, dude.
I can't swim this far.
No. So I'm starting to freak out. And I'm like, I'm the only one in the group that doesn't know anything about snorkeling. They've all
like,
been
I
their
should-
whole life.
I should have stayed down.
I should
for
be
the
getting a tutorial.
presentation.
I should be downstairs seeing the whiteboard. Like, I was flipped out because they gave us these life jackets, and they're like, just, put your mouth on it and blow it up. I was like, a Mexican life jacket? You want me to put my mouth on it? Like, how many people are fucking using this shit? Like,
That's how you get herpes.
bro, are they wiping them down? You just got them out of a box.
I heard you can get pregnant from those.
So it's like I'm on this thing. I'm already starting to freak out. I'm like, I don't know about this, dude. Like, we're kind of out there. So then they just stop the boat. So they start going off in sections, right? So as we're going, I watch everybody. We're out in the ocean. So I'm starting to freak out. I'm like looking around.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I can do this.
The ocean's not fun.
So I already made my mind up. I'm going to let everybody else jump off, and then I'm not going.
And
I'm
you're going to steal the boat.
I'm going to stay on. Well, the other people were on the boat. There was people that weren't going, right?
Yeah. You're
So
just
I'm
going to
like,
hang out with those guys.
yeah, I'm not going to, I don't want to hear them bitch and moan. And that was my plan. So I'm sitting up there and all three of them jump off the boat. I'm looking, it's like way higher than I thought. So the dude's like yelling in Spanish, and I'm trying to explain to him, like, nah, dude, I'm not really going. So my man just pushes me. Just boom, like uno, dos, tres. So as he pushes me, I'm trying to stay on the boat, and I break my flipper. So I go fucking flailing into the water. Like
and they're going to
everybody else
charge
did
you
like
for that flipper.
Yeah, everybody else did like a little pencil dive. I'm flailing into the water. I hit the water, immediately start panicking. I
Yeah.
cannot breathe in the snorkel thing. So I'm like trying to drown. And the girl I'm with is seeing me panic. So she's trying to like calm me down. And meanwhile, this dude is trying to take our picture. Like, because when you jumped off, he has an underwater camera. Because when you go underwater, there's millions of fish everywhere. And he's like trying to take our picture. And I'm like, I need a fucking second.
You're scaring all the fish away.
I was thrashing, flailing. It was insane, dude.
Yeah.
So
That's
then,
like, some people are bad at timing pictures.
it was, dude, I could not believe, like, I was literally using him, like, dunking him under with me because I was panicking.
Yeah, you're like the kind of person that you shouldn't save if they're
Yeah,
panicking because they're
absolutely.
just going to bring you down.
It was
with
like a
them.
lifeguard drill. Like, I was
Yeah.
the guy in the lifeguard drill. Just like, this is who you don't save.
Yeah, this is the guy who you just got to let go for the good of society.
Yeah, man. So then we're in the ocean and we're swimming around. I start to settle
You
down.
pulled it together.
I start figuring out how to breathe through the snorkel. Then it's like, bro, once you start looking around, those reefs are amazing. Like the colors, the fish, it's like being in a whole nother world. And being on a ton of mushrooms was intense because everybody's like, there's no way I could do that. I was like, you had no choice. I was off the boat.
Yeah.
I immediately realized I'm like looking like I can't swim back onto the boat. Like they just kind of drive off and you just have this dude that's like floating on a buoy and that's like,
That's
your,
safety.
yeah, that's your guy. I
Oh,
was like,
no.
no, so I was swimming around. I'm enjoying it. A sea turtle swam under us. And then all of a sudden, the dude that's like our safety guy, he's just like barracuda. And I'm like, what?
Don't say that.
So nobody else is above the water. Everybody else is like, swimming around like, what is barracuda? Like, what is the protocol? What's barracuda protocol? Like, what do we do? And he's just like, let it swim. So this barracuda swam by. It's so intense, dude. Those things could fuck you up at any second if you wanted to.
You just need to make it not want you.
Well,
kill you.
he was saying we're in a big group, so it don't want any part of us. He's like, this is gonna keep swimming by. I'm like,
okay.
until it doesn't,
Until
fucking
one
attacks one of us.
Until one day one of them gets like 4 friends together, and
Yeah.
it's like, I think we can take all these guys.
Dude,
And then you lose a group. What are you gonna do on your buoy now? Barracudas.
yeah, barracudas, plural. Yeah,
You're gonna
there's no safety net. Like that guy,
No.
it's just some half drunk dude on a buoy calling
Oh, you
out.
think he's half drunk?
Yeah,
I think he's probably all the way drunk.
I was giving him half drunk just because it was early in the day. He
Just
had
to be
been
polite.
yeah, his tolerance is probably ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, we snorkeled out there on mushrooms, and then the best part was we saw a sea turtle, which I didn't know they were that fucking big. And you have moments when you come up and you start looking around, you're like, I'm in the middle of the fucking ocean. Like, what are we doing? You're like, I can't think that. I can't
do
start
that.
thinking
Don't do that. Nah, keep
Keep
that
my
away.
head down. Yeah, just keep swimming. Keep on swimming.
Did you see a whale?
No, dude, I wish. It made me want to go and do whale watching.
Well,
But
they're
then
fake anyway. So.
Oh yeah, we've established your Chris was not into that. It was like,
Yeah,
what do you
no.
mean?
Chris is. He's like, what do you? Especially like, because you were telling me he's not big on conspiracy
Yeah,
theories.
and we just kept hitting him with the
and
whales
it's not
aren't
even,
real.
and it's not even really a conspiracy theory. It's just more of something that I came to as an epiphany.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
whales aren't real. It's
They're
just
not real.
it's just a fact. I'm sorry.
It's the same argument. as
offends
when-
you,
yeah,
I'm sorry, but
This is-
whales are not real.
you heard it here first.
They're fake. Anyway,
No, so the icing on the cake for the snorkeling story was afterwards. We didn't read anything in the excursion. So afterwards, it was an open bar once you got back up onto the boat, and they took you to this private island that was all you could drink, all you could eat, and there was just toys. Like big ass slides and trampolines in the water, and
that
like
sounds like a problem.
yeah, I almost broke my ass because I fucking completely fell face first down one of those water slides, dude. I was like, I was tripping, and I was
How
turning
mu-
around, like looking at the island, and I just ran out of walking space and just ate it.
How much fun is the safety of a water slide after the terror of being in the middle of the ocean?
Oh,
on
I felt like I was
mushrooms?
on fucking borrowed time
You
at
were
that
like,
point.
"This
I
is
was
the
partying.
best."
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was drinking. It was awesome. It was awesome because I was terrified of the boat in general. So the boat on mushrooms was too much for me anyway. The whole cruise was crazy, dude. Just
Yeah.
being on that boat.
I
is
wouldn't want to
insane.
do that. That
It's
sounds
insane.
like a bad vacation. To
Well,
me.
it was so I took that vacation the day after I got off probation. So I got off probation, a year of probation, and then the next day I left for the cruise.
Oh.
So I hadn't smoked for a year. So we brought wax pens on. We
Oh,
brought
good.
actual like hash to because we couldn't get weed on. So it was like, dude, I was the highest person on the planet every time we went anywhere because like I would hit that pen 4 times. I would just
You
be
were
like,
ju-
oh my god, dude.
You were just a zombie following a
Yeah,
group.
I showed up to the first captain's dinner, and her dad was sitting down there, and I sat down at dinner, and like everybody sits down, and he like looks over the table, he goes, "God damn, Keegan."
just visibly ripped.
I mean, yeah, just like, holy shit, are you okay,
He
dude?
just knows on sight.
I know she's like,
Yeah.
you couldn't have put eye drops in? I was like, I did. This is the best I
I've
got.
overcome the eye drops.
Yeah, I was just, oh man, but it was fun. The cruise was fun. I don't know if I would go again. It was a blast though. I had a good time.
The thing is, if I go on like a ski trip or like a mountain trip, I'm gonna want to go on like a go
Yeah.
do some snowboarding, which I haven't done in a long time, so I
Yeah.
might break myself.
Yeah, I feel like ski trips, that's the fun of them, but goddamn, you
Yeah.
could seriously get hurt.
I mean, I grew up snowboarding. I snowboarded a lot. But
Yeah.
man, I grew up in Minnesota. I didn't grow up on a big mountain, you know? Like my hill, it was called Highland. It's in Bloomington, Minnesota. It is a hill. It is not a mountain. It is a hill. It has, I believe,
It's a ski hill.
a vertical of 300 feet. Bro, so
awesome.
like right when I was moving away, they redid their parking lot and started charging like a ton of money for it.
Yeah.
And I think actually we're rated the highest cost for lowest hill in the U.S.
Nice. What a thing to be rated
know,
for.
right?
That's awesome.
But we would always get season passes because it was like 20 minutes from
Mhm.
home.
Yeah.
And just,
Are we talking real snow or ice? Like fake snow?
a lot of it was made.
Yeah, that icy, that
'Cause, like,
icy. Why?
It doesn't snow that much
Nah.
around there
That's
because
like,
it's too cold to
yeah.
snow a lot of
That's
the
like
time.
North Carolina here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
that's. I mean, I guess that's it's not high enough. The mountains aren't high
Mhm.
enough to get enough natural.
Yeah.
I assume.
We used to go on church trips when I was younger. Like our youth group would go on ski trips. So we would go to West Virginia, and one year we went and it like blizzard like before we got there. So it
Oh,
was fucking
nice.
awesome. Yeah, it was like real snow. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
They used to do shirtless skiing. It was like a tradition where all the guys and
That's
girls that they
dumb.
want to participate. Yeah, you ski down the mountain, and then everybody hit you with snowballs.
You got to do. I always like the springtime skiing or
Yeah.
springtime snowboarding because then you can just go out in like jeans and a
Mhm.
sweatshirt,
That's nice.
just rip around.
Yeah, the first time I went night skiing, it was like -10, and I got on the ski lift, and
Ooh.
I'm like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? The wind hurts your fucking face.
Yeah.
Like, when you ski down, you're like, I don't want to do this.
So the advantage of a small hill. You ever use a tow rope?
No, but I did on we went tubing, and they did that.
Yeah. So you can use a tow rope to get to the top of the hill.
Nice.
So
Nice.
when you have a hill that big, you just naturally like if you're going regularly, you start doing like jumps and rails and shit
Yeah.
because these hills aren't enough to keep me entertained just
Yeah.
doing that over and
Yeah.
over again.
Dude.
Uh,
Skiing's tough, dude.
But they had tow ropes on the terrain parks,
That's cool.
so you could just keep going. Like if you know what you're doing, you get to the bottom and you just come around and grab it on the move, and you can just
Oh,
never
nice. So it's like a
stop
circuit.
and just keep
That's fucking
running
dope.
over and
Yeah,
over
yeah, yeah.
again.
Yeah, the only place I did tow ropes was they did it for tubing. You would just hook your tube and just
Oh,
sit in
yeah.
your tube and bring it to the top. Tubing's fun as fuck too, man.
Pro tubing. We used to get irresponsible when I was a kid as a family because like I grew up in Minnesota. Like we got tubing hills, but the craziest was up where my dad grew up in this town, Cable, Wisconsin, little town.
Yeah.
They have this place that used to be like ski hill. It actually used to have all that stuff, big resort. it's closed down. I think they actually took the resort down finally. But for a while when I was a kid, in the winters, they would open up the tubing hill. And it was, tow rope.
Nice.
But it was one where, like, the ones that you see most places are nothing, bro. This tubing hill was, like, that steep at the top, so you would just go over this crazy thing, get a ton of speed, and then it would just kind of slowly level out.
A black diamond tubing
Bro,
hill.
you would be going so fast.
That's awesome.
And it was like, kind of like small town, small business type deal. So, like, how many people do you want to chain together? Yeah, that's cool.
That's
Like
awesome.
we'd get like 25 people in one big lump going at the same time.
That's the shit, dude. So dangerous. That's awesome. I love that.
I think I think my sister got taken out one time.
Oh yeah.
We're like,
Standing at the bottom.
yeah, well, like you're at the bottom and you're taking too long to pick up your tube.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention. Somebody else comes through.
Yeah, the
man.
guys, we would go with the older guys. They called it bowling because
Yeah.
everybody would get going and they would try to. They would like try to time it. So
Oh, that's not cool.
no, they were bullies.
Yeah.
They were bullies, but they would try to get you because it was like 6 lanes. So you'd have to walk across and they'd be on lane 2 trying to time it out.
Oh man.
Yeah, just trying to time it out.
What about water tubing?
Now that I love it, but goddamn, you got to really trust your driver
It's
because
brutal.
it's brutal. And if you get that one guy where you feel it start going faster, you're like, no.
Yeah. No, that's the fun part though. Like for me, it was always the challenge of trying to stay on with the most rage-filled uncles.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like that uncle who's really like, I got some stuff to get out on some kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like he's gonna do the thing where he's gonna go and he'll just kind of stop and turn around and go past you.
Do that where they
real
turn
slow.
and sling you to the side. That's always fucking
That's-
scary.
That's fun once you figured out to use your feet on the side handles.
I always wanted to do those ones that fly. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that catch
those
air.
ones killed a lot of people.
I know, but goddamn would it be fun.
It would have been fun to be one of the people that survived for sure.
Right.
But I think it killed like a shocking number of people.
Well, yeah. Imagine just come fucking flying down into some boat or something like on a busy day. I mean, and it's
Does
like a
sound
30.
fun.
I mean, a 30. It sounds awesome. It sounds like it would be fucking amazing.
You think we could make one?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just the same thing as like a kite.
Yeah. A big
Yeah,
kite.
yeah. Just airlift. Hang on. You're about to be upped.
Did I ever tell you about Ski Couch?
No. What is ski couch?
Bro, so like where I grew up, we had a big sledding hill.
No, ski couch. I
We
would
had-
have remembered.
We had a big sledding hill. Well, if you knew what I said as soon as I said it.
No. I just
Then,
I'm
yeah.
like I like that.
Yeah, so we had like a big sledding hill at our house. Like bigger than you'd expect probably. A lot steeper. We were reckless a lot.
Backyard.
Like sometimes
Nice.
cousins would come over and bring like a canoe and
Oh.
go down this huge hill in a canoe.
That's
But
amazing.
So we
I bet
got
that would haul ass.
so one time we knew some people who made a ski couch. Which was basically like pawn shop, like $30 pawn shop skis, just screwed to the bottom of a couch
Oh
that
my
they
God.
found on
Like
the
a
side of
full
the road.
couch, not a
Yeah.
love seat,
Like,
full
no,
couch?
No, it was a love seat,
Oh man.
but it was like a pretty sizable love seat, you know. But like one of those real boxy ones that's super light, which is vital for pushing it back up the hill.
Right. What color?
Gray.
Gray. Nice.
Yep. But here's the thing. So these guys, they made it, and it was fine. But like our hill was a little bit more treacherous. You know, there was a little bit more. There's a little bit more going on as far as
A different
vertical
course.
variance. Yeah. So we get this thing. It doesn't work that well on our hill. My dad's like, "No, let's make this happen."
Oh, nice.
My dad gets involved.
Nice, dude. Dad stepping in.
So like by the time we're done, like we've broken off all 4 of the legs and then added our own out of 2x4 frame for the skis that tilts the couch backwards. So like you're
Nice,
leaning back
yeah.
a little bit more, and then a piece of vinyl underneath to like skid on the snow
Oh,
in the
man.
middle. Like we got this thing going where it would go so fast down this hill, dude.
That's amazing, dude. Who went on it first? Did your dad go on it first?
Oh
or
yeah,
no?
oh yeah. No, we were. I think it was me and my dad did the first
That's
one. But no, we
awesome.
would always. We had it for like half a winter.
How much trouble would he have been in if y'all got fucking just mangled on the first one?
It was. So here's the thing.
You have to
It was
go home.
weirdly safe
Yeah.
as long as you knew how to steer it.
How'd you steer it?
So it's two people. If you need to go right, the person on the right puts their feet down and drags a little,
Oh my
and it
god.
turns it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we lost Ski Couch due to an accident with, involving an uncle. These damn Texans don't know what they're doing,
Oh
bro.
man, what happened? What happened?
So
Which uncle? Your dad's brother?
no, so my mom's sister's husband,
God damn it, dude.
Uncle Jay. You know who you are. I saw him this weekend. But no, he. So we put him on it, and we're like, yeah, it'll be fun. Like we'll have a good time.
Yeah.
I should set up with this. I had set up a 5-foot-high snowboarding kicker about halfway down the hill off to the left side.
Okay.
But it's like the left side, right? You got to try to hit it. Uncle Jay is gonna go down with my dad. My dad's on the left. Uncle Jay's on the right. Jump is here.
Right.
They start going and they start drifting left immediately. And my dad's like, steer right, steer right. Nobody told Uncle Jay how to steer.
Oh.
So he has to, all that has to happen is he has to put his feet down. He doesn't know that.
Oh,
He's
just
the only
panicked.
person that doesn't know that. So like we're like steer right and he's like, I don't know how to do that or
Yeah.
what that means. So he's just having a good time. At the left ski hits the jump and the right ski doesn't. It like kicks my dad way off to
Oh,
the, over the hill.
Little
snaps
ejector
off
seat.
snaps off the side and a ski couch.
Ski couch is done.
But you know what, man? Ski couch was pretty fun.
I bet. Allegedly, were there any bruise involved in ski couch ever?
Any bruise? No, I was too young.
Oh, okay. That sounds like it'd be involved dad and uncle, maybe.
No, yeah, they probably were.
Yeah, probably had a couple of
Yeah,
brewskis.
we went through I don't even know how many beers. Like, so this weekend when we had our get together,
Yeah.
the kind of reception after at my sister's place, we went through, I think, no less than 50 Miller High
Oh,
Lifes.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a good reception beer, too.
Yeah.
That's classy.
Yeah, and we also had some New Glarus,
Okay.
which is Wisconsin exclusive. Best beer ever.
Nice. What kind of
great.
beer?
They make a bunch of stuff, but it's like they're a great brewery.
Okay.
Like top
we need
to
to get
bottom.
some. We need to get some mailed out here.
We can't.
Why?
You can only buy it in Wisconsin.
But you can't bring it home?
You can, but you got to go to Wisconsin and bring it home.
Could you mail it?
Yeah, but that's expensive.
Might do it just so we could drink it on the pod.
I mean, I go up there sometimes.
Yeah, that's
I'll
what I'm
bring
saying.
I'll bring
pay
it down
for
sometime.
Yeah, I'll pay for it to get back. So, dude, I was just thinking you're talking about
Anyway,
ski couch. I was
ski
thinking about
couch,
my
yeah.
family. So that's some like snow shit. So my family, what they were doing, we hung out one time on 4th of July, and my cousin has a bunch of land out by like Athens, like in the Monroe area. So she has a bunch of land, and what they were doing is they get the truck or the 4-wheeler out there, and they have a tow rope. And they have a truck bed. So like the truck bed liner, like the plastic truck bed liner, they hook it to the back of the truck. So it's like you're skiing and you go yard skiing.
Yeah.
And dude, you just go out there and tear it up with the fucking 4-wheeler or the truck. And they go out and tear it up in the field and you just fucking ski on the back of this.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm talking about? It's like the shell of a truck bed.
Yeah,
and you just ride
I know
on
what you're
it.
talking
Yeah.
about.
So they went
That-
out there.
I
My
never
nephew
got to
did it.
do
My
that.
nephew's like 4 years old. And my sister-in-law took him out there and they fucking yard
Yeah.
skied. It was
We would do
so
more
much
snow
fun.
shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Where like we would get a snowmobile and like tie a shed
Mhm.
or a sled to the back of it,
Yeah.
and then basically go tubing with that.
Mhm. Yeah, it's just same thing, just no snow. They're just out. It's like mudding is super fun.
Yeah.
I did that in high school.
The
We
snow, I
mudded all
think,
the
it gives
time.
parents a lot of false confidence.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, that you can do a lot of wild stuff.
Dude, when I was in high school, my buddy Dylan, he had a Bronco. He had like one of those old school Broncos that he jacked up.
Yeah.
So his parents did not like the idea of mudding. They were like, "Do not take this fucking car mudding. I don't
Yeah.
want you doing that. It's not safe." So we lied and we snuck out and
Of
we
course.
went to go mudding in this fucking construction site, like this place that was like they had just like kind of graded it out and we knew the people that were there. So we go out there and we're like, doing our thing, doing the donuts, and then we almost hit our friend's truck. Like, you can't really see because we were in the dusty part.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden in the dust, he just sees the truck. He's like, oh, shit. So he turns too sharp, flips the Bronco like twice.
Man.
We're upside down. Everybody's fine. You're upside down. We have to unbuckle, but we're just looking at his truck like,
This is bad.
well, you're in trouble. Like and it's covered in mud. So this is exactly what they told us not to do.
Oops.
So we had to call the guys, a couple of the older guys that could help us with trucks and flip it back over. And I remember we're on the way to the house. And he's like, I got it, dude. I got it. I got my mom. So his mom sees the car, right? She's like, what the fuck happened? He's like, I don't know. Like the whole side's like all fucking. He goes, parked it at Home Depot and somebody just, I guess, hit it. She just looked him dead in the face and goes, no. just no. She looked at all of us like, go home, all of you. Just damn, dude.
Bro, such a bad lie.
I know. We were looking at him like, Home Depot? You said you had it, dude. We could have brainstormed something better than that.
There was no good answer, I think.
No.
There was game over.
It was game over. It was like, you know what? You should have called him when we had it flipped upside down.
Yeah, did you at least wash it?
No, because if we were outside washing the truck, they would have been like, what the fuck is going on?
Go to a car wash.
Yeah. I mean, we were kids.
That's true,
Yeah, we were kids. Yeah, I remember being like, dude, the sudden, like, when his truck appeared in the dust, it was like, oh, my God, how dumb.
Yeah.
Just two of us out doing donuts in a field. We just run into each other. Like, how fucking stupid would that be?
And then you got way stupider.
That's fucking dumb. But it is fun. Four-wheeling is fun. Four-wheeling is fun as fuck.
No, we had four-wheeler growing up. That was, dude, just fucking ripping around. We used to, they would just let us go out in the summer. Like, like kids used to do bikes.
Yeah.
That was a four-wheeler for me.
Yep.
So I could just ride the four-wheeler like
I never
all
did dirt
day.
bikes. I was always four-wheelers.
Yeah.
I liked them. Just a big old fast couch. Just a motorized ski couch, dude. It's out there fucking tearing it up.
Yeah, those things, they're fun as hell, man.
Yeah, four-wheelers are. And if you have land, it is a necessity. If you're going to be like going across your land, yeah, that fucking sucks. Especially if you're in North Georgia and it's hot as hell outside.
Yeah.
Fuck that. What are we at?
46.
Nice.
I don't have anything else to say.
I think we're good. I think we'll end on that.
Yeah.
You got anything coming up?
I
I do have something coming up.
What do you
that
got?
I'll announce. We got some things coming up, man. We're in the works talking about setting up a live show. Talking to Ryan Easterbrooks. We're gonna start hammering out some details, but stay tuned. We're gonna have a Finish the Story, a little live podcast, hopefully in Columbia.
Yeah, that'll be fun,
dude. I think that's what I've been gearing this whole thing towards, is to do some live shows and do like a live storyteller show. So I think it'll be fun. Y'all stay tuned, and we'll see you next Friday.